Hi, I'm Leanne King, and I'd like to welcome you once again to the Aroma Share Club. It is September 2014, and it is that fall time. And one of the things that we love to do in our family in the fall is we like to go up the canyon. And there's a beautiful canyon near where we live. It's called Monroe Canyon, and the leaves are all turned red, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And we like to make homemade root beer. And that is just a really fun thing. And so one of the things that we had to do since we changed our diet was I had to come up with a healthier root beer option for our family picnics. So this is my root beer option for you guys and our family. So I have 2 quarts of water here. Now, one thing that's really fun to do, and I didn't get it and I should have done it for you guys, when we make our homemade root beer, we love to put dry ice in there, and we actually make it in an old-fashioned milk can that's been in my husband's family for years and years, or you can do it in a big giant pot. But you would be like quadrupling or more this recipe. This is just for normal people who are not in the King clan and just want to make 2 quarts at a time. So I have 2 quarts of water here, and I am going to, I have 4, and I forgot, let me grab something real quick here to mix this in. What can I use? I will use this. I am always, make do with what you got, right? Okay, so I like to mix my essential oils in my stevia before I put it in my water. That makes your stuff mix in just a lot better. So I'm going to put my stevia in here really quick for you. And you need about 4 of these for 2 quarts for it to be sweet enough. Now, if you want it sweeter, you can add more. You're just going to have to taste it afterwards. And you can also use maple syrup or honey. I like stevia because it just seems to, it doesn't change the flavor. It gives it still that, that root beer flavor that we like. Because if you do the maple syrup or the honey, you can sort of taste the honey flavor or the maple syrup flavor. So I got my 4 packages in there, and then I'm going to put 2 drops. How many drops? 2 drops of birch. 2 drops of birch oil. So here we go. Alright, now I'm going to put my lid back on tight, and I don't even have to smell this lid because I can just smell this birch oil already, and it is just awesome. And I am going to mix this in here really good so it will dissolve and not float on the top, because that's the last thing we want is our essential oils floating on the top. And then now I can use this to stir. And this just broke right off here. And I'm just going to keep on rolling, you guys, because that's how life is. A broken stir. Now I'm going to get another stir. Voila! So I got that stirred in there really good. You could actually just drink this like this, but since we have root beer belly, let's, make sure it's really yummy. And you got the added benefit of the probiotics in here. Now, if you have relatives, family members and stuff that are absolutely, and I can never get these on, addicted, ma'am, do you want to hand me a pair of scissors? Thanks. All right. See, these videos are real life, guys. This is not in a studio. This is in our kitchen. And we are going to, we eat all the food and we drink everything after we're done doing the videos. And so I want it all to be yummy for us. But I also, what really bugs me is when you watch different shows and things like that, and everything is just a little too perfect, and then you compare yourself to them, and it makes you depressed. Doing essential oils are not supposed to make you depressed. I don't want you to be depressed. I actually stage purposely all these mistakes I make so that you do not feel so depressed about yourself, because I don't want you comparing yourself to the perfection that I really am in real life. Just kidding. So, I got my root beer belly in there, and I'm going to stir this up really good. And sometimes the root beer belly clumps, and if it does, then I will run this through the blender really quick before I serve it. But if you use dry ice, it just bubbles like crazy, and it's like blends it up for you. But I think we pretty much have all the clumps. I just got one more right here. All right. So, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to grab a cup. I think they're over here. I'm going to grab a cup, and I'm going to drink it. And I'm not going to be fake. I'm going to drink it, and if it's ucky, I'll tell you. But I know it's going to be yummy because I test all my recipes on very picky grandchildren and my 17-year-old son, who is like, remember, give it to Mikey. He won't like it. He won't eat anything. So I test all my recipes on him. Yummy. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to download your AromaShare Club flyer and invite all your friends and drink some homemade root beer at your next AromaShare Club get together. Thanks so much for coming.